にある、2年生大学なんですけど、ロサンゼルスからね、電車で行ける距離にあるっていうのがとてもいいところかなと思います。で、リビングコストもね、他の LA エリアの2年生大学に比べるとちょっと安い。新興住宅街なんで、ちょっとね、大河内さんの時代に比べると少し上がってはいるんですが、そういった意味でね、まあ、中でも過ごしやすいカレッジの2年生大学だと思います。詳細はね、これからご紹介するコウ先生と、それからマイケル先生にお話を聞いていただければと思います。Hi, Cole.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it my turn to start?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Yokoso, welcome. We are so happy that you have taken time to learn about Citrus College. We're going to do a presentation, have some time that you can ask any questions you might have, and just make sure that you know about Citrus College and where we're located and what we have to offer for you guys. And I'm hoping the slide will shift. Okay, so a little bit about just the education system. You might know this, so I'll go through it kind of quickly. But in education in California, you have a certificate, which you can get at community college, and you have the associate's degree. And that's basically like a 2-year degree. Those could be in nursing, recording technology, automotive, and social science. Over 60 different programs you can get associate's degree. But I think the majority of students are planning to transfer. And again, we have 60 transfer degrees. So these are degrees that you can get and work on to transfer to the university. And if you decide to go on after your bachelor's, you have the master's degree and the doctorate degree. So most students like to transfer to either a UC, which is a University of California, which there are 9 campuses in California. We have UCLA is, I think just recently got moved to a #1 ranking above Berkeley, which was really great for them. But Berkeley, we have UC Irvine, UC San Diego, and UCs are basically research universities. So many students will go there to do research and do work like that. And then if you go to the next university, that would be the Cal State universities. As we wait, okay, and we have 23 Cal State universities. And those you might think are a little more practical oriented. You find a lot of great business programs in the Cal State universities. We have we have 23 campuses, as you can see, throughout California. For Citrus, some of our largest transfer institutes would be Cal Poly Pomona, which is very big in architecture as well as engineering, but also Cal State Fullerton, Cal State San Diego, and as well as you can see 23 other schools throughout California. And then you get to community colleges, which there are a whole bunch. 114 campuses. I don't think you're going to see 114 campuses, but you're going to be able to hear from many campuses that are community colleges. And at that point, you're going to look at probably location, if they have the program you're interested in, and if they're kind of known for a certain specialty. But many California community colleges. What's really great about the California education system is we all work together. So right now, I think we are one of the largest community colleges that have guaranteed transfer agreements, or what they call transfer degrees, to the Cal State University. We also have guaranteed admissions for many of the UCs. So just real quickly, you can see the community college path. Some students will start at the certificate program, go to the associate degree, but I think the majority of students do use the transfer program. So obviously we're still in COVID guidelines. We are happy to be back on campus. We came back August 2nd, and students began coming back August 16th to start the fall semester on, I think, August 23rd. Still, many of the courses are offered online, but we do have courses on campus. Those would mostly be in the visual and performing arts, because those are such hands-on type programs. Also in the lab sciences, the athletic programs, kinesiology, and a few other ones. And we are just constantly staying in touch with the guidelines from Los Angeles County and trying to be as safe as we can. And we're excited to have students back, and we want you to know, students that are coming back to campus, we are following all the protocols and pre-screening every day before we get in. And we are looking forward to when we can just be back to normal. But we do have outstanding resources for online. We have students that may be taking just one class on campus and doing the rest online. And we have many students still doing everything online. And for CVIS and USCIS, they are allowing us to still do that for this next year, to have CVIS compliance for being totally online. This is just some fun stuff. Community college students that you might know, obviously Walt Disney of Disneyland and Disney World and Disney Studios and all those things. He was a community college student. Tom Hanks, George Lucas of Star Wars fame, Clint Eastwood, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've got some athletes like Aaron Rodgers, writers. You have chefs, just everyone. There's so many, as you might say, well-known people, celebrities, that started in the community college education system. So you will not be alone. And at this point, I'm going to let Michael talk about the estimated costs and tell you a little bit about that and the great advantages of Citrus College.
Okay, so as a two-year institution, a public two-year institution, we are able to save you quite a lot of money compared to CSU's or UC's in tuition, and still get you the same great education that you would get there, possibly better based upon having a smaller, more hands-on community at the community college level. So anyways, at Citrus College, our tuition for a year runs about $8,712. At the CSU's, you'll be looking at about $17,000, a little over $17,000 per year for tuition there. And at the UC's, it can get anywhere up to $43,000 or even higher at the UC's per year for you guys as international students. So it makes a lot of cost-saving sense to start at a community college. It saves a lot of money on the way through your undergraduate degree, and you do not receive any diminished level of education for those savings. In fact, you may find yourself better prepared to face the challenges of a UC or a CSU after 2 years with us, where we walk you through all of the steps of being an international student. Because once you get there, you're one of thousands. With us, you're one of hundreds, where we have more ability to communicate with you one-on-one with our staff, whereas they don't have that amount of staff to cover that many students all at once. So you get a cost savings, plus you get that community feeling where you can come to us, you can speak to us. Co is available frequently. I'm available all the time. Mary's available all the time. We always have a student worker there that will talk to you, walk you through things that some of these bigger institutions might not have the staff to do. And you save money in the process. So it's a win-win, honestly. So I just mentioned the great value of the community colleges. You get your first 2 years done for about half the cost of a CSU and even less than half the cost of a UC, while also getting that personalized attention from the staff here. Also, our professors are great. We have a lot of great professors that are really supportive and helpful and appreciative of our international student community. We really do our best to try to make you feel at home while you're here. Much smaller class sizes than you'll find at the bigger universities that allow the professors to give you that one-on-one attention if you need it in order to be more successful in your educational pursuits with us. Personal attention, the transfer advantage. So getting into CSUs and UCs isn't easy. And we have a lot of guaranteed programs for guaranteed transfers, like tag, transfer, admission guarantee. How many universities do we have on that list for tag? I
I
can't
think
remember.
we have about 5 universities that are currently on that list.
What was the other one? There was tag and tap.
San Diego. Or
Well,
there's TAP, which is the one specifically for UCLA.
UCLA. We also have an honors program that makes you much more competitive in your application for those really difficult schools like UCLA or UC Berkeley. Some of our students have even gone to attempt to get into Ivy League schools in the past through those programs. So there's a big advantage to transferring. So some schools are guaranteed, other schools, they give you a leg up, and you'll get help all along the way to making that happen, that transfer, if that's your goal. You also have the opportunity to take your time and choose your major, with the cost not being nearly as astronomical as it is with some of these other schools. You can take some time to think about what you really want to do. Maybe you'll change your major once and it won't be that damaging to you financially as you figure that out. Because I mean, you're all still young. You're probably still figuring out exactly what you want to do with your lives. I mean, I'm 33. I'm kind of just figured out what I want to do with my life like a couple of years ago. I'm here. So, take the time. Think about what you want to do, explore. Since classes are much cheaper, you can explore different things. You can take a pottery class. Maybe you never even considered doing anything with pottery, but like you'll have the time to do those sorts of things, and maybe you'll love it, and maybe you'll only do that one class, but it'll teach you to really appreciate something you otherwise would have never even considered. Like in my university days, I went to a history of jazz class, and I'd never really listened to jazz before that at all. Now I really love jazz. And I would have never bothered to even think about it if I hadn't taken that class for some rec that I needed. And obviously proven success. So we have tons of students that transfer out, lots of very successful, intelligent, capable students that come out of Citrus College and go on to do wonderful things at other universities afterwards. We also have all of these awards. So pre-COVID, we had the American Association of Community Colleges Student Success Award. Basically, that's for I believe that's for our transfer rates, right, Co? For the
Yeah, that was actually through the whole country. So that's probably our biggest one, the one we're most proud of, because it was all community colleges throughout the United States, student success, and it was degree completion as well as transfer completion.
Yeah. So that's not just California, that's all of the United States, and we were the best that year. I'm not sure if they did any of those awards in 2020, so we may still be the best. So we also are regularly on the top 150 of the Aspen Prize. It's just a list of like the top community colleges in the country. Champion of higher education, #1 in the nation for awarding English and literature degrees to all minority students. Military friendly. I mean, that's not particularly important to you guys because you won't be U.S. military. But we have quite a few accolades. And then also our population. So it's shrunk recently, as you may know. COVID is still going on. So our population is still smaller than before COVID, because people are slow to come back. It's coming back, but as you've experienced, it's kind of, we're still figuring it out. So is everyone else. So right now we're sitting at about 300 other international students. We do have a decent population of other Japanese students, many of them NIC, just like you guys. We've got about 12,000 total students, and somewhere about 40 countries represented at our college. So we can talk about Glendora. He's spent many a year there.
I have. I've been in Glendora. Well, a little bit about myself during this slide. I've been at Citrus going on 28 years. Man, that's probably more than you guys have been born alive. I love Citrus. It's a perfect size college, and we'll talk more about it. But Glendora is a really safe community, and I know that's important to students as well as parents. It's a small town atmosphere. We're about 30 minutes from Los Angeles, or 45 kilometers. We have great transportation available, and Michael will talk about that later. We're the oldest community college in Los Angeles. We were founded in 1915. And I think one of the best things is that we're located near everything. We are a short drive from the beach. We're a short drive from the mountains, hiking. We're not that far from the desert. And you can pretty much go everywhere. We're close to all the Southern California attractions. So you have the benefit of being in a small town, very safe community, but close to everything. So you can experience that.
And then here you can see the map. So we are in the kind of the top right corner of that map there. That's where we
Little
exist.
red star.
The little red star. And so it looks kind of far, but there is a metro station right next to the college that'll take you right into downtown. In fact, you can take it all the way to the beach as well. So you're really not that disconnected from everything, as it may look on the map there. But we've got so many things that you can see in LA. I'm sure you've heard of many of them. You've got Hollywood. You've got the was it the Grauman Theater? Right? That's what they call that now.
Yeah, I think so.
Got Dodger Stadium in there. The Queen Mary down in Long Beach. We got Disneyland somewhere down in the bottom there.
Close to Anaheim Stadium.
Yeah.
Of course, they're probably interested in Otani, and he's doing a great thing.
Hollywood sign. Santa Monica, the metro actually goes right into the Santa Monica, right next to the pier as well. That's a hot spot a lot of people like to go to. What else is on here? I mean, you know of Los Angeles. There's a lot of great things here. There's a nice, lovely image of our campus. Cody, do you want to say anything about that?
It's really nice. I like our campus because it's not too big. So if you have to walk from one end of the campus to the other, it's not that far. You're probably talking about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. But it's yet the facilities are fabulous and lovely. The weather's great. And I think the other thing, especially when you were looking at that map, Michael, we're not in the city. There's colleges that are in the city. Santa Monica, huge college, great international population, but it's just huge and it's right there in the city. So it's nice to be kind of away in the foothills and be able to still go to all those places.
It's more of a quiet environment where you have a greater ability to focus on your studies without so many distractions. But say on the weekends, you could easily get out to anywhere you want to go. Another one was at the Center for Innovation. And then we've got all these athletic facilities. Anyone into sports? Can I see maybe some hands or something on the screen?
Any golfers? We got a golfer from NIC this fall.
Oh yeah.
And that was awesome. So we have the golf team, we have the golf driving range, we have the fitness center. We'll talk about the athletics in a couple slides coming up, but it's really a really wonderful place if you're an athlete and you want to look to, the junior college as a place to maybe move into a 4-year program.
Yeah, we definitely have students that go that route as well. Oh yes, our nice, wonderful weather. So obviously you're aware of our weather. It's fantastic. It's pretty hot this week, but most of the time it's pretty great. Normally there are no complaints. It's nice, sunny and warm. Usually we're hanging out between like 70 to 85 degrees. Obviously in the summer we get into like the 90s and 100s, but that doesn't usually last very long at all. It usually goes right back to being pretty comfortable.
I think that's what is that? I think Yumiko, is that about 24 Celsius?
80ish should be like 30, I want to say.
Oh, really?
Say like
I like it 24.
24 is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty comfy. So anyway, Citrus College, we got a lot of things around Citrus College. It's very easy to walk to the grocery stores, to some restaurants. We got a Chipotle, Applebee's, Starbucks. We got pizza places. There's ramen shops and all sorts of things like right there. There's also some sushi places nearby as well that are actually pretty good. Well, for our standards, pretty good. There's a pharmacy right by. There's also minute clinics. And doctor's offices nearby as well. There's also dentists and anything else you might need. You probably want to wait till you go home to see a dentist anyways, because they're expensive in the US. Lots of other shopping options in the area. We got the Citrus Crossings that has a lot of different shopping options, as well as a theater cinema right there as well within walking distance. And my favorite thing there is the Gold Line train. Takes you for $1.75, it'll take you downtown in about 45 minutes, and it's great. I've been on the train recently. It's still open. Obviously, it's public transit. It's open. I was on it the other weekend, and it's actually a lot nicer than before COVID. There's a lot less people on it, so it's pretty comfortable to be in there right now than in previous times when it would be much more packed with people. There's Citrus Crossings. There's a lot of different things like coffee shops and restaurants and stores in there. And then on the other side, there's more. Here's more for the metro station. So we actually have our own metro station. It is called Citrus College / APU, which is Azusa Pacific University. It's right next to us. We share a wall. It's like from the northwest corner of campus, it's a 2-minute walk. From the center of campus, it's about a 5-minute walk down to the Metro Gold Line. And it's really just a great resource to have right next to campus. I encourage everyone to use it to go where you want to go. It's pretty great. It'll take you to downtown, take you to Chinatown. You can take it into Little Tokyo pretty easily. There's actually a stop right in Little Tokyo. You can get off and go. I like going down there. It's pretty nice. You can get over to Universal Studios, Hollywood, the Dodger Stadium, the Disney Hall for the Opera Hall. It'll take you there. It'll take you to museums. It'll take you anywhere important in the city. It will take you, and it'll do it for cheap. Ah, yes. You want to talk about campus safety?
Sure. So campus safety, we love these guys. Again, we mentioned how safe Glendora is, and it is, but still, it's nice to have campus safety. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the holidays. I see them because if I go in on the weekend, I'll contact them to let them know I'm here. Some of the things they'll do is just if it's evening time, if you want someone to walk you to another class, or if you need to go to a bus stop or a car, they're happy to do that. They're just there all the time. Just if you need someone, there's a lot of different call boxes or places that you can contact them, as well as an app that you'll put on your phone. I think we have that on the next slide.
That's the health center.
Oh, no, we don't have that.
Citrus Guardian.
But it's called the Citrus Guardian. And you put that on your phone, and that way, if you want to contact them right away, you just tap it. And they're just really friendly. They're great.
They're really nice.
We get a lot of students will get bicycles, and they'll go over the rules and the best places to park, blocks to get, things like that. It's just nice to know they're there.
And the health center.
We have the health center, and it's really great because it's right next door to the International Student Center. Again, it's just a friendly place. If you're not feeling well, we always recommend go to the health center first. They have nurses there and doctors periodically, so they'll can talk to you, see how you're doing, and if you need to, they'll give you a referral, and then that way you can get better, or maybe they can take care of the issue right there. So it's just a good thing to have on campus, and it's right next door, so we like to work with them, let students know about them. The ISC Student Center. So this is where the office is, the international office. We're on the bottom of this big, huge student service building. We're at the very end, which is great because if we want to do some events outside, we have a big space outside. We'll probably be doing our Halloween event outside, which will be great. But what we do there is we help you set up counseling appointments. The counselors are all online right now, but we'll help you connect with them. We have a peer friendship program with alumni students, help you figure out what's happening in the community. If you need help with bank account or getting a cell phone or just knowing what's available in the close area, we can help you with that information, as well as our student assistants are great with that. Online support, so you get help with your online classes. And hopefully we'll start doing more activities. I mentioned we're planning the Halloween activity. We're trying to get into an Angel baseball game before the season ends, because we got the Angels. We've got probably the MVP in Otani, who's playing great this year. So, we'll try to do more activities. We usually try to do something once a month. We see that we could probably do outdoor activities. We did hikes last year, and we'll probably like to do that again this year. And I don't know, Michael, if you want to share anything else about that.
So yeah, usually when things are back to normal, we'll have our holiday parties. So we like to do something for Halloween. We like to do something for like the general holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that time, where we have, usually it's karaoke and a big dinner feast. I'm not sure how
We'll see what happens
on that this year, but we'll see if we're allowed to, and if we are, we're definitely going to do it. Next year for sure. I'm sure we'll be back doing exactly those things again. And then we like to do a Lunar New Year event when we come back for the spring. We like to do hiking if we can. Again, in the summer, a pool party with tacos, because that's just great.
And of course the beach.
Of course, yes, the beach is
Yeah.
one of the best ones. The beach. What else can we do? We can pretty much.
And I think we got some slides coming up to show a little bit about that. But I think the biggest thing is the ISC is a good place. Just currently, we have a lot of NIC students just coming in. It's a good place to just relax. You can do studies there. It's a very good atmosphere, and get any questions that you might have answered.
Oh, we also go to sometimes museums and amusement parks like Six Flags or Knott's Berry Farm, and we occasionally try to see if we can do Disneyland, but it hasn't turned out that we can do that yet. Someday. Oh yeah, more activities on campus. Oh yeah, we also like to try to do a soccer game. Last time we tried, the field was loaned out to someone else, and we weren't allowed to. But we have done it in the past, and we will do it again. And karaoke, and we just like to bring people together and feed them. And we also do a board game day. That's usually really fun as well. And you'll see.
And the one thing we try to, we try to invite the resident students as well, so you get a lot of the domestic students coming, and that's great because they love to just learn about international students, as well as they can share their experiences also.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to meet different people from different places and just get that cultural experience with everyone. And these are all the different places that are nearby. You can see the deserts, the mountain snow, mountain lakes, as well as the beach, all within like an hour's drive of where we are. And it's really quite a nice location. Oh yes, the support services.
They're great. So it seems like all we're doing is like you come to Citrus and have a lot of fun, but we do understand studies are the most important reason you're there, and we do have tutoring. Even with online, we have online tutoring, a writing cafe which helps you with all your writing assignments no matter what class it is, language lab. University tours are just starting to talk about that. They still haven't arranged any yet, but as we see things opening up, we hope that we'll have more of those. Usually we'll have tours up around the area to UCLA, UC Riverside, San Diego, but then they even do a large tour up north to Northern California. So we're hoping that those will get back in place as we open up. Peer friendship, again, is new students connecting with alumni students, both domestic and international, and just helping you as you navigate that first year of, oh man, what teacher should I take? Or, tell me about this class, or where can I get a bike? It's really a great opportunity. And the students that are participating want to meet international students. So it's really a wonderful opportunity. And then we have the transfer workshops. That's a picture of one of the representatives of, I think that's Cal Poly. And they just come and you just have a good time to talk about programs, your specific major, and they can tell you about the application process. And it's really a wonderful way to start meeting and learning about the universities. And
So
again,
go
ahead.
I was say we frequently get visitors from, representatives from the different universities in the area. We get visited by a lot of CSUs. Sometimes we'll get a UC representative to visit us as well. And they'll come to the lounge. They'll sit there for a few hours in the afternoon, and they'll just be there to talk to you, answer your questions, and just overall help you through the decision process of finding where your four-year university is going to be. And they're usually pretty great. Again, when we get back to fully on campus where everyone's back to doing everything normal again, we have had transfer fairs in our lounge where 20 different universities will come at the same time and be in our lounge ready to talk to you about anything you want to know about their university. And it's pretty great.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's kind of crowded, but it's really awesome. All right, top transfer schools. So, again, it changes year to year, but we always have a good number of students that go to UCLA, UC Irvine, San Diego, Berkeley. And then for the Cal States, usually Pomona, Fullerton, and Northridge always are good attractors to our students for various reasons. Engineering for Pomona. Fullerton has excellent music program, and they do a lot of stuff actually with our college in performing arts and music. And Northridge, a lot of our business students end up going to Northridge. One of the things we're still happy about is transfer success for UC students that apply, 88%. So again, if your goal is to go to UC, Citrus can prepare you to meet those requirements and be able to be accepted.
It's a great opportunity to get an advantage in your acceptance at those schools.
Wow. I just saw an NIC student that got into Berkeley. That's awesome. Top programs, social sciences are always big. Business is probably our most popular major. The biology, sciences, math, including engineering, psychology. And then we do have an ESL program that usually brings some students that need a little more preparation in English language skills. But we'll probably talk about our performing arts program. They're so special, they have their own slides.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's still coming up though.
That's all right.
And then we got other certificates as well. So our top certificates, so these wouldn't be like associate's degrees, these would be professional certificates. So preparing you for a specific job or role. So one of the most popular ones are child development or early child care, education, cosmetology and barbering. That's what we have a big department dedicated just to that. And they have their own events and their own kind of thing going on that's really kind of exciting and fun over there. Automotive technology, we have a very impressive automotive technology program. It's like a quarter of the campus is dedicated to just that. There's this huge warehouse full of all these different engines and cars and trucks that other machines.
We have a Toyota program, and we're the largest West Coast regional training center for Toyota. So, that partnership is really well known, and a lot of students will come for that.
We also have a great nursing program. It's very competitive to get into, but we do frequently have international students that get into the nursing program and graduate with a degree in nursing. And emergency medical services is another very important big certificate that we offer.
And you know, just to mention, along with those certificates, you can also work those into associate degrees, you know, by taking some additional general education classes. But it, you know, some people, they just want to do the certificate and get out there working, and you know, that's great.
And then here's
We have a lot of associate degrees. And we'll let you just take a look at that. You know, with community colleges, what's interesting to know is most of them have a lot of the same majors: psychology, business, those types of things. And then they'll choose certain schools when they apply to start a new program. They'll kind of divide those out. So for us, like, we have recording technology and entertainment technology, which are very specialized, and for me, I think it's one of the best programs in the country if you're interested in those areas. But you know, I would take a look at that list. We're adding more things. I think we're going to be adding a nutrition culinary program. We've got biotechnology that's on the list there. So we're constantly trying to add things that will meet the needs of employment. You know, we kind of research what's going to be a popular career, and we'll try to, you know, develop programs for that.
Performing arts, there it is.
There, yeah. So performing arts, we kind of give a special thing because that's kind of what we're known for throughout really the globe. In visual performing arts, whether it's musical theater, dance, acting, and then just music, instrumental and vocal, Citrus College is well known. We also just, it's not just, it's been a few years old, a new fine and performing arts digital studio building. And that's where they do more of the hands-on art. We have our own art gallery. You have our ceramics department. You have our digital media. And again, it's just another exciting part of Citrus in the visual performing arts.
Some more imagery for that.
And again, some pictures. You got our recording studio. Right underneath that, on the left, you have our pop rock group in Hawaii. And again, that's part of not only the pop rock, but it's also the entertainment technology, which sets up all the sound and all the lighting. One of the things that I think really makes Citrus unique and special is they combine all these things together. All the departments are working together. You'll find sometimes at universities, departments are kind of competitive. And I think Citrus has done really well by combining departments, working together. You've got the music department working with the theater department, working with the entertainment technology department, and it just creates really well-rounded, high caliber students.
That's a cool performance.
Yeah, I always like to show this. I show it every time, but that's what's his name? Yoshiki, I think. He was with Japan X, probably a band your parents know. But anyway, one of the alumni at Citrus College was the contractor for that classical tour. It was a tour that he did, and a Citrus alumni did the contracting for the instrumentalists. I only know that because it was my son. But anyway, it was an exciting thing, and Citrus is always getting involved in the industry. And again, that's what really makes the program excellent. You have some other students with some Chinese pop stars, as well as students that are on Broadway. This is a pop star. His name is Sting, very popular in the United States. He wrote a musical that was on Broadway that one of our students was one of the stars in. And we have other stars as well. if any of you saw the movie A Star is Born with Lady Gaga a few years ago, if you remember the band that Bradley Cooper had, two of the performers, the bass player and the drummer, are also Citrus alumni. And in fact, one Alan Waddington, who is a music faculty, who was hoping to be here so he could share with you about the music department. He's actually at the concert of that band. They're called Promise of Real with Lucas Wilson. But anyway, he sends his regards. But again, just more examples of students that are getting practical experience, performing at Citrus, and then moving on to careers, of which is what they went to Citrus for. You want to talk about the athletics, Michael?
Sure, try. So we
Well,
do
you know, hell, I can talk about it because we have so many great international students that are participating in the athletics, especially baseball. We seem to get a lot of Japanese players on our baseball team. But we have over 16 sports, as you can see, different sports for men and women. We have a special athletic counselor who works with those students because many of them just want to come and play at the junior college level. But you've got another level of student that really would like to get to that next level. And we try to do that. We try to help them connect with the four-year schools, make sure they're being seen. Depending on the year, we excel in different sports. We had a few years, and I think even currently our basketball team has been one of the best in the state. Football during different times, soccer, water polo, kind of just depends. And then what's also important with, if you're an athlete, you get priority registration, which means you can register before other students can. So you can get those classes ahead of other students. Another another program that gets priority registration that we might not have mentioned was if you're an honors program. And we always encourage our students to get involved with that.
Great program. And if you are an athlete or you're just interested in a sport, make sure you let us know as soon as possible so we can connect you with the right people as early as possible and get you on that path.
There we go. There's some Japanese students playing on the baseball team.
Some more owl sports. Probably.
And again, I just got to say, I mean, you guys should be so proud because you've got probably the MVP of the baseball league in Otani. He's just playing so awesome. So congratulations to you guys. So, you know, again, Citrus is a fun place. It's a small, friendly place. I think that's maybe where we stand out, is we have a very small, close family type feel. Even during COVID, we try to maintain that. And, you know, we'd love to have you come, love to answer any questions you might have. And also, I see Ulala's here. We have a student from Japan, and I thought it'd be great if she just shared maybe a little bit of her experience at Citrus and could tell you what she's studying. And I know sometimes it's easier for a student to ask a student a question. And so Ulala, why don't you share a little bit?
Okay, hi. I should talk in English.
You should talk in Japanese, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Hey, don't say anything bad about me. No, go ahead.
It's not. Okay. こんにちは。角川浦と申します。
もう少し大きな声で話してもらっていいですか？ Could you
ごめ
speak
んなさい。
more loudly? Thank you.
すいません。聞こえますか？あ、はい、ありがとうございます。角川うららと申します。私は NIC からでないのですごい申し訳ないんですけど、ISC で、2年間働かせてもらってます。なので、たくさん新しい生徒さんが NIC から来るのを見てますので、もしも何か質問があったら、してください。 私のメジャーは、ミュージックの A ディグリーを最初に取らせてもらって、その後に今、レコーディングエンジニアリングの、エンジニアの資格を、今年の秋で取り終わる予定です。はい、そんな感じです。はい、ありがとうございます。
はい、何か質問あったら、自分のメジャーのことだとかね、ぜひ聞いてみていただければと思います。何でもいいよ、クラブ活動で。はい、ゆきくん。
Okay, hello, my name is Yuki Hirashima. And I wonder, the Strauss College, is it available to transfer to another state of university, such as North Dakota or Washington or something?
That's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. What we do is try to obviously connect you with the counselor right away to help you. And if you know specifically what school you want to go to, that makes it even better and easier, because then they will get all that information and make a connection with that university. So we know exactly what classes are the ones you need to transfer. We find that most schools will accept our UC general ed pattern, what we call UC certification, usually meets their requirement. But if you know right away, we can make sure. So we can help you make sure you take all the classes that will transfer, that will meet the requirements for your major, as well as maybe help you with certain scholarship programs that they might have to help you with those. We find that aside from being a great student, which I'm sure you guys are, they're looking for other things, and so we want to help you build that in, community volunteer opportunities, being a part of clubs, things like that. And so in answer to your question, yeah, absolutely. We love to help students transfer out of state. And also what you'll find often is some of these out of state schools or private colleges even have some really wonderful scholarship opportunities for international students. And again, we're there to help you with that.
See, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for the question.
Could you mention the scholarship when you
shoot. Where's that slide? We got to get that in there. We really want you to apply for the scholarship. We have some separate ones. There's an NSC scholarship, but we have a separate Citrus College one, and it is so easy to get. I mean, if I can be honest, you go to our website, you'll see, just click the thing that says scholarship, and basically you just tell us a little bit about yourself, and you tell us why you want to come to Citrus College. It's a $500 scholarship, so it's not going to pay your full tuition, but it will pay books and some other expenses. And it's also, I'm glad you brought that up, Yumiko. Right now, during this, at least during COVID, we have some additional funding from the government, which is really unusual. For students that have been affected by COVID, if we're talking about next fall, I'll have to, keep you guys up to date on that. But that's offering students now up to $870 of just extra funds. And the requirements are just, if you've been affected by COVID in any way. So I think all of us can say we've been affected by COVID in some way. And so that's been a great opportunity for students that are there now. And I will definitely keep in touch with your staff at NIC to let them know if that's still going to be available. And, those are the two scholarship opportunities. So there's NIC scholarship, there's the scholarship on our Citrus website, which I encourage everyone to do. And as well as I'll keep you posted on any additional funding opportunities that might be available for you guys. Thank you for asking and reminding us of that. This is great. I can see, I think almost all of you guys. Are there any music or theater performer majors in this group by the raise of hand? I see one, Yuki. Anyone else? Oh, man. So tell me, what are some other majors that you guys are interested in that maybe I could tell you about? And I think one of the, oh, Yuki, go ahead. I think you're muted.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
Here we go.
I wanted to learning about aviation, such as a pilot or learning to fly to airplane.
Oh gosh, I'll have to refer you to another wonderful school because we don't have aviation. I think, does OCC have aviation?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I wish we did.
Mm-hmm.
I could take you to the airport and buy you lunch, but yeah, we don't have aviation, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, thank you.
But you must be interested in something else. What else do you like?
Yeah, I like listening music and playing instruments such as guitar.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you come to Citrus, you become a great musician, get in a famous band, and you just buy your own plane. You don't have to fool with it, okay?
Okay.
はい、他には
Anybody else?
もう
Yes.
一人のゆうきくんとか大丈夫？あ、かりんちゃんだってごめんね。かりんちゃんどうぞ。
Hi, I'm Karin, and I don't have any experience of performing art, but is it okay?
It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I wish Alan was here because he'll take anyone. And then we've had people with no experience, and maybe Ulala can talk about this, but Citrus is a place for whatever level you're at. And like for our pop rock, we have different levels of pop rock. And you could start in a certain level. Do you play any instrument at all, Karen?
No, I can't.
Okay, so maybe we get you in a piano class or a guitar class. We get you, if you sing, maybe start in a pop rock. Or if you're doing theater, you can start in some theater classes and some dance class. And they take you at whatever level. We have students that started at the very beginning, but they were talented. They had talent and they just bloomed into great performers, and then went from there to either working in theater right away, or maybe they transferred to get a bachelor's. So yeah, it's a wonderful place to start. You don't have to come there as an excellent musician or actress.
Okay.
Ulala, you want to share a little bit? Because you started in some pop rock, right?
Yeah, I did. I really agree with Mr. Cole because I'm really shy and then I get nervous front of people when I'm singing. But Ellen, he really sympathized me and understand why I'm shy and scared to perform in front of people. So Citrus is a really good place that you can feel comfortable, that you have passion to, and I really like about that. So I think it's really fine to not have experience before you come here.
Now she sings all over. You can't stop her. She's just singing all the time.
Thank you very much. 他には質問大丈夫？気になること全部聞いちゃった方がいいよ、せっかくだからね。はい。
May I ask?
ライムちゃん。どうぞ。ライムちゃん。
My name is Lime. So I want to learn business marketing. So Strauss College business major had to study marketing.
Yes. Again, business is probably our most popular major. And at the community college level, you're going to get a undergrad first 2 years of business classes, which will include, everyone takes accounting 2 semesters, economics 2 semesters. You're going to have some statistics, math, and then you're going to have some of your specialized classes. So that could be marketing, advertising, maybe digital media you're going to cover all that. It's really when you transfer to that 4-year school and do that final 2 years where you'll start specializing more in it. So you can get a little bit of the marketing, and I think there might even be a marketing certificate that goes along with the business degree. And again, we have so many guaranteed admissions for business majors. So it's a great program. You're going to get a lot of experience and a lot of opportunity if you're interested in marketing or advertising to do projects that will, really help build your portfolio or build your background that will make it easier to get accepted into maybe some more prestigious programs. Michael, do you have anything as far as, business?
On the marketing side, let me look.
Because Michael is kind of our social media, I would say marketing type guy for international students.
I do do some of that.
He just finished his master's at Fullerton.
Let me see here. I don't know what Citrus offers. I haven't looked before for it because obviously I already have those degrees.
What my thoughts are, again, you're going to do the business degree with an emphasis in marketing, and then just again the importance of being able to work with that counselor who's going to, depending on where you want to transfer to. It used to be Berkeley was like the #1 to go to for business. Again, that's kind of switching a little bit. UCLA is getting popular. You also have USC, which is a private university that's very well known for business. It kind of depends. Do you know what area of marketing you're thinking about?
No.
No. Okay. And that's awesome. That's fine, because what you'll do at the community college level is take all those classes that are required, work with the counselor and the career counselor to decide, what area of marketing, because that's a huge area that you can get into, what type, of marketing. And they'll help you as far as pick the right classes and then find the right college to go to, because certain universities will specialize in certain types of marketing.
Okay,
So
thank
we do
you.
have some
So
marketing
you should
classes
come. It's
as
a great
well.
place. Yeah.
There are some marketing classes offered at Citrus College, like intro to marketing, advertising. It's also part of the intro to business class.
I think so much now is getting into social media marketing.
Mostly, yeah, social media, clever YouTube video ads and things like that.
And then you can come work at the International Student Center and help us create new marketing programs and videos.
We have just 5 more minutes. So,
Okay.
yeah. Is there any question?
The pilot.
広島君。はい、どうぞ。
Sorry, how much costly to live nearby stores?
That's a good question. So we usually recommend homestay, and we have a great homestay provider, which is a NIC alumni. Is it $800? I wonder.
4。
Do you know the amount, Yumiko?
900。
900. So that's for room and board. Many students will, make friends and get apartments together where they'll split the cost. I think apartments run between $900 to $1,200 around the campus.
Lala might have some insight on that since she lives nearby.
Lala, do you know any information for what costs are for living?
What's the cost from your own experience?
If you live with friend, at the cheapest I got was $400. Oh no, wait, sorry, $500.
That's the
If you live with 12 people in a 1-bedroom apartment, you can really save money. But it's
$50.
Thank you.
No, but I've seen 4 people in like a 2-bedroom where they'll share that cost. But I would say around $900 a month.
Have your own privacy. Yeah.
I thank you. Are there any question? No?
And please,
Okay.
if you think of any questions, or you're shy, you can always contact us. Yumiko and the NIC staff have our contact information. We are more than happy to get that information to you.
はい、ありがとうございます。午後授業の人はもうそろそろ授業なんで、先に抜けていただきたいと思うんですが、大丈夫？はい、大丈夫そうね。で、もし他に何か質問があれば、後からぜひ聞いて、ちょっと残っていただいてね、聞いていただければと思います。一旦ここで締めます。Thank you very much, Cole and Michael and Ula.
Thank you. It's so good
Thank you
seeing you
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You guys, I miss being there in person.
Yeah.
You guys work hard. Do good. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, some student order, maybe Mize-san, you have a question, I think.
Yes.
May I ask about the transfer admission planner TAP that Michael mentioned? I heard you saying that stress has advantage, or may I
Yeah.
ask more
So
about that?
was that regarding the TAP program?
Yes,
for
so
UCLA?
yeah. Because
Yeah.
our students, many of them want to transfer to university, so it's better if
Yeah, so that one, the TAP is specifically for UCLA, and it's just a agreement that if students take the honors program, they get additional. Sounds like there's a point system for the application. They get some additional advantage with that. Just having the partnership with Citrus, and then with the TAG program, that's with the other UCs. Like UC Irvine, UC San Diego. I can't remember the others, but I'll get you those specifics.
Not for San Diego, I know.
Yeah.
For the tag, except UC San Diego, UCLA, UC Berkeley, other UCs.
All the other
And
ones.
those are great. My daughter did that when she went to UC Irvine, and you
Really?
basically you take the,
Irvine is fine.
yeah, and you just follow the curriculum. You take those classes, and you basically are guaranteed that admission.
what about the grade they earn?
I think the grade is just they have to have a certain GPA, so it's not, and obviously it's above 2.0, and all their core classes, their major classes have to be above 2.0. And I think, you know what, let me get you that specific information. Just getting back to Citrus, I've talked to the transfer center, but make sure there's nothing changed, and I'll get you those specifics, okay?
Thank
and then
you.
can share that with the students. That would be awesome.
Yes, the GPA is it's 2.8 for non-resident students, so that would include all NIC and international students for the TAG program.
And I gotta believe there's certain majors that are, depending on if they're impacted majors at the university. I'm not sure. She did fine in performing arts at Irvine, and had no problem. Lala, are you planning to transfer? Or you just want to become a recording engineer superstar?
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Cole.
Man, it's so good to
Thank you.
see you guys.
Yeah.
How's everything at NIC?